There they are.
Ah, here they are.
3, 4, and 5. And it's lights out and away we go. Reinhardt's with an incredible start compared to Lanzi at least. Scornsy's already passed him into turn 1. It's a Ferrari 1-2 thus far. Lanzi getting
Lanzi's actually lost out to
a bad
Dace as
start,
well.
losing all heaps of positions, but he's going to
yeah.
come back at Dace. Down the inside, Dace is not going to have an answer for that. We've got a McLaren round. That's going to be Jonathan Dunk, who has been entangled a little bit there with Knuckles. Smith Pell getting past M. Galloway. Sharia Coleslaw losing a tiny bit of ground on his teammate Easy Rider Yowie, as down the inside goes M. Galloway. That's a big lunge into the side pod of the AlphaTauri. He goes using Slayer as his brake before he then spins and takes himself off the course completely.
It's 3
Anyway,
wide up there.
back to the racing. Dusty,
they sort themselves out.
A-Dub, Scavney, all side by side. Scavney coming out on top of that one. A-Dub just behind Dusty as well, who's going to give a little tap to Scavney as he just gets a little bit better traction. The Knuckles getting past M. Galloway has had an absolute nightmare at the start. Scornsy all over the back of Ryan Mods as well. Dusty looking to maybe make a move around the outside.
Over and under
switches
action
it
here, yeah.
Midway through the
Here
corner.
comes A-Dub
Fantastic
as well.
move there on Scavney. A-Dub maybe looking to get opportunistic as well. That was the tyre advantage as well there, the medium over the hard. Slayer is trying to put some pressure onto Sharia Coleslaw as well, looking to try and make up a position earlier on. Scornsy obviously wants to use the benefit of those soft tyres to maybe try and get ahead of his teammate and then pull a gap if he can.
A-Dub's looking to make a move on Scavney towards turn 1, falls out of the slipstream, has used a bit of ERS to make it work, and Galloway gets a speeding penalty for, well, entering the pits too fast, I guess, to replace a front wing, and it looks like we got stacking going on at McLaren on the first lap.
Yeah, not great for McLaren. Misses the collision there with the light work. They speed up and slow down, and I think that's A-Dub gone early. And Ryan Mods has really
Ryan
missed out there. There's a
but
few
even worse is Lanzi.
very big gaps.
Nowhere.
Scornsy gets a good jump on Scavney, but Scavney's running at lower wings, it would seem. Scornsy's still probably going to be able to send us down the inside and get the move done on
Scavney's still there.
Scavney. He's trying to hold it around the outside.
It's really nice, actually. Really nice battle here, but I think that around the outside will come Scornsy here. Pinches Scavney to the apex. No, where is Scornsy here?
They're side by side, but Scavney has the edge.
Later braking for the Ferrari though. He needs to get his move done.
Tries to outbrake him.
Oh,
Can't manage it, and then
where's Scavney gone?
Scavney decides he wants to go home. Yeah, I think there was
Also
a
off in the
burrito bar
background is Shelley.
somewhere on the left. Shelley not content with just causing the one safety car. He's going for the brace. Easy Rider getting past
lost 10 positions
Knuckles.
in that.
As well, Ryan Mods all over light work. He might make a move actually into this upcoming corner. He goes down the inside.
Is there going to be contact? Lightwork gives him his space. Lightwork's still on the right hand side. It's very close. Neck and neck. A-Dub more than a second ahead at this point. No DRS of course at this stage.
Always get nervous when you see the two cars go so close together at such high speeds, because especially in this game, one little tap and it can be absolutely disastrous. But he's
Pretty
gotten away with
unique
it.
move there by Ryan Ross. You don't see that too often around the outside of the last two corners.
Lanzi getting past light work as well.
Oh my god, it's
They're
all
still
happening.
side by side,
Slayer
though.
went wide, lost. I think he went for a move on Knuckles actually, but lost out.
Light work nearly made a little
Sharia.
bit of contact
And
there as well with
Dusty
Lanzi
here.
as he got wobbly.
AlphaTauri on AlphaTauri shenanigans around the outside last. Oh, big problem there for Dusty.
Oh,
In a place
lucky
I've
that
not
there's
seen.
Such an incredible amount of runoff there.
He absolutely swappered himself there. So even if the move isn't done
It's going to be
here,
too far back here.
will
We've got
likely
to
be
spin
done at
as well
some
from
point.
Nicky.
Nicky's around again. So 18th place for
And
Nicky.
down
Down
the
the inside
inside
now goes Ryan.
Goes Ryan.
A-Dub
He may
completely
even
out of the
keep
way.
the DRS as well. No, he
Oh.
won't, because I think that's the detection
Almost
point.
found the right rear, sorry,
there.
the left rear of the Ferrari.
And that's a very good move there from Ryan Rods.
Have to
Dusty
keep it
looks to get
careful
past
here.
Tweezer as well on the run down to turn 1. Should be an easy move there for the Canadian.
Smith blasts around the outside of Shelley. as
Light
he
work
still
down
recovers.
the inside at the hairpin as well on Easy Rider Yowie. That move's been coming for a few laps. And he's finally maybe going to get it done. Easy Rider's going to come back at him though. And he's going to try and hold it down the inside of this corner, but there's not much he can do when light work can just sweep around the outside like that.
This time, does he tuck himself up? Understeers again, but not super badly this time as Ryan Rod sets a new fastest lap
He
of
should
the
get
race.
this done quite easily here. Not much A-Dub can do without any DRS to defend from Scornsey, and the Ferrari driver makes up the position and keeps it inbounds on the exit. Light work all over the back of the Flying Fish, who seems to be in a little bit more sinking than swimming at the moment, which makes sense considering the fact that he can't actually swim. Down the inside, could Light work look to go? Yeah. Dace can try and hold this around the outside, but he's going to see himself run just a little bit wide off the racing line, but not off the track. Respectful racing there.
Lightwork placed the car such that Dace had to be on the curb, and that takes a little bit of acceleration away from the potential of the car, and I think that was really well played there from Lightwork. Just forcing Dace into a position that wasn't ideal, and that was enough for him to get that purchase and go back past, despite being on 6-lap older tyres.
Going to make any opportunistic dives down the inside. Those Shelley...
Yeah, perhaps the hairpin here.
Yeah,
oh, no, a bit sideways.
Sideways for Smith Pell. That's going to aid Shelley in getting the run. He can look to go down the inside. Maybe even use Tweezer ahead to box Smith Pell in a little bit in the braking zone. Some decent position there as well from Shelley to do a similar thing to Light work, preventing Smith Pell from getting a perfect exit. Dace picks up another time penalty as Smith Pell outbrakes himself. He's going to lose a lot of ground there to Shelley. Shelley attacking Tweezer as well. He does the same thing that he did with Smith Pell, where he takes that wider line to try and maximise his entry, and it looks like it's going to work as he finds himself down the inside of the Haas driver as we approach the hairpin, and he's fully passed as well by the apex.
Yeah,
and the Haas driver actually has to run wide.
This could put him under pressure
from Smith if Smith hadn't made that mistake and gotten himself a little bit further back from those guys. Attack Slayerized lurking in the back as well. In goes Ryan Rods. Now
so
that is
the hards
interesting.
may not make the end. Is that what we're learning here?
It looks like if Dunk is going to get him, he has to get him down the straight or not. Maybe he can make a move here. Sharia positioning the car well, and Jonathan Dunk does still send it down the inside, but Sharia will just nail the traction there. Be a fight for the win. Jonathan Dunk's still trying to get past Sharia Coleslaw as he now dives it to the inside. Tries to
directly on his
back
gearbox
as well and can't get it done. So Sharia doing a fantastic job defensively there to keep Jonathan Dunk behind him. We'll be wanting to make this move.
Yeah, Ryan's going to make a move, I think. Oh, was that? Okay.
Oh
yeah,
my goodness me,
my
the
goodness.
light is
what am I watching?
horrendous on Slayerized's car. This is this is horrendous lag from Slayer.
Slayer needs to make these moves quickly, but
to make the moves.
You don't want to lose a wing in the process.
He knows that he has to get a move on. Down the inside he goes there. Still not really alongside, but he's lucky that Jonathan Dunk doesn't turn in on him.
Yeah, Jonathan did the right thing by Ryan. Didn't need to be that nice to him, to be fair, but preserves his own race, I guess, at the same time as Lightwork finally makes his mandatory pit stop. And I believe he's the last to do so. Yep, 25 laps he spent on those tyres.
Yep. So as you were mentioning there, Scornsey and Lanzi side by side here. Scornsey might get him here though because he's going to have the DRS. Lanzi does not have much DRS to defend with. Lanzi's going to cover off the inside. Scornsey's going to go for the outside. Lanzi forces him to the outside but doesn't push him off track, most importantly. Scornsey's going to be able to keep his foot in there. Lanzi though is going to sweep around the outside. He's going to retain that position.
Maneuver there. 1.01 car
versus Ryan Rods. Sharia's strong defence continues as he keeps Ryan Rods behind for another corner at least. But here goes Ryan with the grip advantage and more contact there as well. Ryan using Sharia as a little bit of a break there, it would seem. He should be able to catch up to Easy Rider Yoey pretty comfortably as well. And then he's going to have, what, 7 laps to gain 11 seconds on Scornsey.
God, man.
I know,
meanwhile, Scabney getting a nice view of this from behind, despite being a lap down. He's hoping for a safety car and both these guys pit so he can unlap himself and maybe fight for a few positions.
Dave's making a pretty orthodox move there on VTAC as well at the hairpin.
Ryan Rod's now back up into the podium positions, has 12.2 seconds to find.
And Scornsey has to go for it here. He has the ERS advantage. He's tucked up behind looks to go to the outside and then switch to the inside perhaps, but Lanzi very well controlled down the brakes.
Lanzi's got it covered. More rows of Excel
For
to
the
extrapolate
Strangler.
the result.
And here goes Scornsey to the outside of Lanzi. Can he hang it all the way around the outside?
Oh, it's a nice try, but I
Lanzi
don't
comes
think it's going
back
to work.
at him. Because the outside...
Where's the traction though? Where's the traction here?
Turns to the outside of turn 3.
But he's gone...
But Lanzi gets a better exit, and Lanzi has the DRS. Lanzi has to fight this back now because Mystic, Scornsey does have the overall pace. Lanzi...
Oh, he's wide.
Scornsey makes a mistake, but then so does Lanzi. And
Scavney's just like,
loses
come on,
that
mate,
position.
Wait, he lets him
And
back
then
through.
Scornsey must have got an illegal overtake.
Wow, that's heartbreaking. He finally
And
got
Scornsey
past
now
and then
running
had
wide
to
as well.
give it back. But look at the gap
And
back to third.
Jonathan
It was
Duck
12
spins
seconds not so long
in
ago.
his fight with Sharia Coleslaw.
Oh, that's finally over, that fight. Sharia finally escaping the McLaren. Anzi, but I don't think it'll matter.
You can see Ryan Mudd's in the distance there as well. Now within
he's
that
within
3
that
second
3
time
seconds
penalty,
now.
so he is a net P2, but I think Lanzi is going to be very safe to run this one to the finish, and you're going to get your prediction right, it would seem, touch wood. As long as no calamity occurs for Lanzi, he makes it through that right-hander.
One is a lap down though, one has a penalty. Lanzi wins for the first time this season, second win in the Coleslaw Cup history. Ryan does take second in the end. Still feels like he may have thrown away a win. Scornsey with a podium. Easy Rider Yowie with a great drive to 4th. His teammate now crosses in 5th with light work only 6/10 back.
It's a good result for the Red Bull
finds himself
team.
7th. 6th and 7th from those guys who started 18th and 19th, not so bad. Dace and Shelley now in the Williams,
Dace's
the next 2 to cross the line.
Gonna drop him all the way to P10, I think.
He's got multiple penalties.
8
So
seconds
VTEC
worth.
is going to be looking to gain a position here, right at the death.
And I think Slayer's just going to be a little bit too far back to gain it, and he has a puncture, Slayer eyes, on the front left.
He does indeed.
Hadn't
So
even
those
noticed.
hards were close to puncture range. Probably why Ryan bailed off that strategy early. Does make sense. Jonathan Dunk was actually... Well, he wasn't connected by the end of the race, so I'm not sure that would have counted. Although maybe he did enough of the race to count. Smith Pell now crosses the line in the 13th position with Knuckles and Nicky very close to Knuckles actually.
Knuckles gonna
Is there an
drop
opportunity here? He's going to have
the
DRS
position.
for about 2 metres.
Knuckles going to drop the position anyway with the penalty applied.
Ah,
So he's
Nicky only lost
finishing
positions
P16.
earlier because he pitted. He pitted to go for maybe a fastest lap attempt, but could not beat his teammates' time. I think Lightwork kept that by the end.
Schmutzig ist mein Pumpi von der Ficking mit dein Mutti, sie getragt sich als ein Hutschi, würde geil von meiner Gucci Belt. Fühl mich Vater Puffy, wenn ich spiel mit deiner Cutie. Ich gehe so vor, whoopsie, guck mein Schwanz in ihrer Pony.